Author's note. This video is my review of Men in Black and Men in Black International, based on Men in Black by Lowell Cunningham. The original Men in Black film was directed by BARREN Sonnenfeld, published by Columbia Pictures and Amblin Entertainment, now owned by Sony Pictures, starring Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, Linda Florentino, Rip Torn, and Vincent D'Onofrio as Edgar the Bug, featuring Tony Shalhoub as Jack Jeeves and Tim Blaney as Frank the Pug, rated PG-13. Men in Black International was directed by F. Gary Gray, published by Sony Pictures, Columbia Pictures, and Amblin Entertainment, starring Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Kumail Nanjiani, Rebecca Ferguson, Rafe Spall, Laura and Larry Bergios, Emma Thompson, Liam Neeson, and special guest star Tim Blaney as Frank the Pug, rated PG-13.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
You really think a black suit is going to solve all your problems?
No, but looks damn good on you.
The Men in Black, fighting to protect the Earth from the scum of the universe. Sounds like my kind of game. Guess it's time, folks. Today we're going to review two films based on Airso Comics' Men in Black franchise. The first is the original movie that started it all, and the other will be the new Men in Black International. Let's dive right in and take a look at this secret government agency that monitors the aliens on Earth. In 1997, Columbia Pictures released Men in Black in theaters. The movie was a critical and commercial success, raking in $589.4 million and even resulting in a successful animated spin-off to boot. With the recent retirement of his partner Agent D, Agent K looks for a new partner to help him protect the Earth from the scum of the universe. And the answer lies with NYPD Detective James Darrell Edwards III, aka Agent J.
Let's put it on.
Put what on?
The last suit you'll ever wear.
Unlike other sci-fi films like Star Trek and Star Wars, Men in Black isn't a movie that's on the great beyond. It's more of a down-to-earth film in a literal sense. There are aliens, no doubt about it. It are not as realistic back then CGI, but it's still as impressive. After all, the art form is more important than the details put into it, especially with bug alien Edgar. I'll talk more about him in a bit.
Roaches check in. They don't check out.
But what also stands out about this film is the synergy between Agent K and the new member Agent J. K is a by-the-book veteran with a snarky sense of humor, and J is the street-smart snarky rookie who is obviously the butt monkey of the job. K often keeps J in check and helps him with the duty of his job, but it's these two that keep the film interesting to watch. They picked a couple of great guys to play these two, no doubt about it.
Is that Leonard?
The first act was obviously about James Edwards becoming Agent J, but the second act was more about stopping bug alien Edgar from acquiring the galaxy, which belonged to the Arquillians. Speaking of which, Edgar was a real fun character in a gross way, looking and acting like a zombie, having a disturbing but funny voice, and just plain creeped me out. But he felt like a bigger threat once he removed that skin and showed the bug inside of him. Where's the raid when you need it?
Any idea how much that stings?
There are some spots of the film that do feel a bit rough, and this is despite having watched it when I was a teen. Mainly some scenes do go a bit on the long side, but still it's not enough to detract from it. There are still some fun moments in the film that are worth it, like Jack Jeeves, the Worms, and even Frank the Pug. Three characters that made it into the animated series.
You sorry little ingrates!
Despite some slight rough edges, I still enjoyed Men in Black. The humor still stands out, the performances are great, and it's a film I recommend you take a look at. Though I still think the animated spin-off was better. I wonder when they'll release the complete series on DVD or Blu-ray. One season is not enough. And now for the fourth entry of the Men in Black series. A young woman named Molly discovers the MIB base with the intent of joining them. After passing the exam, she is transferred to the London branch and is assigned to a rather Thoronic member of the team. Okay, that was a dumb word. Thoronic.
Excuse me. What happened here?
The first part of the film wasn't as interesting or exciting as the first part of the original. It felt boring and the jokes were rather bland. Not to mention Molly's initiation into the MIB wasn't as great as James Edward's initiation from the first film. There were also some cringe-worthy moments at the beginning, minus the first scene of the movie. It was also very slow and I wanted to doze off for a bit.
Should we call it in?
Oh, God, no. The paperwork is a nightmare.
But apparently, it does get better later on when the action picks up. Even though the plot was basic, the action was enough to keep me interested. It felt like a decent MIB story, especially when Agent H and Molly traveled the world, a first for the movie series. But in some ways, it also felt a bit like an old school James Bond flick. What's next? Thor sipping on a vodka martini?
It's 9:30.
Perfect. Tuesday's taco day.
Speaking of which, and I apologize for these worthless Thor jokes, but Agent H does start off a bit on the dumb side, with Molly always seeming to correct him. Thankfully, it does get a little less stupid the further into this film. They develop a synergy that is almost like Agent K and J from the first 3 films, and I did say almost, since H felt more like a rookie even compared to Agent J. But then again, I still prefer Agent K and J over H and Molly.
Welcome to MIB.
The one character that did stand out is High T, the head of the London branch of MIB. He started out almost as similar to Zed from the first 2 films, but there was that simple plot twist that showcased the real T to a... Nah, I'm not gonna say that joke. But considering that Liam Neeson plays T, and he previously played Henry Ducard on Batman Begins, it was saying a lot. I think this is why they hired him in the first place, to play T.
Looks like the tables have turned.
Men in Black International starts off bland, but it does pick up later on and becomes a more interesting mess of a film. Not bad, but not as great as the first 3 Men in Black films, or the animated series. And yes, I keep bringing it up. You don't like it? Tough. So what do you all think of my Men in Black reviews? Do you think I should review 2 and 3 as well? I really want to do so. Also, and it has to be said, will someone release the entire animated series on DVD or Blu-ray? It was still one of my favorite cartoons of the late 90s, and I bet it would still be worth watching to this day. What in the hell? You stupid, derped up moron.